it's getting really, really hard to not talk about AI, right? Like I don't hate AI. I've never really maybe early on I probably could have been considered an AI hater, right? But it feels like over the past, you know how we talk about like we're in a bubble. I feel like the bubble is deflating without there being a burst, if that makes sense, right? We're seeing less of the AI is in everything. AI, like, I've got a fucking rice cooker that says AI rice cooker on it. I don't know if that was because of the AI boom or just AI's been like a buzz term for a while, but my fucking rice cooker says AI. I think if I search AI rice cooker, I should be able to find it. It is, yes, the one that DankPods did a video on. That's good enough. We'll use this thumbnail. We don't need to. It's a rice cooker. It's a generic black box. Yes, AI smart cooking technology automatically adjusts cooking time and temperature to ensure best taste and texture. Also known as a thermometer, which is not a AI new tech whatsoever. But not just that, right? For a while, it seemed like companies were trying to inject AI into places where it frankly made absolutely no sense. In many ways, it was feeling like the crypto boom. It was feeling like the NFT boom, where a lot of the NFT arguments just, they didn't make any sense, right? It's like, oh, well, if you have NFTs, then you can take your game assets, your game purchases to any other game. And it's like, okay, why would any game developer integrate that? Like, what reason would there be for, like, competing companies to have you transferring your items between different companies' games? Maybe within an ecosystem, but if it's in an ecosystem, why do you need crypto for that when you could just already, you could already just have some, like, account-based system where all of the games from one company are handled under a single account? Like that. The idea just never made any sense on the face of it. It seemed like this idea where it's like, oh, well, you could buy something, but the value proposition never just made any sense from why a business would adopt it. The only one I could see, like, slightly making sense was the whole stuff about, oh, you could have NFT tickets where the ticket is validated and there's, like, no copies of this ticket and you could easily sell the ticket. But once again, why would a company want to have a ticket sale market when they could already just have your ticket, like, attached to your ID, and then if you want to sell it, you have to go through their internal market, right? Like, these are things which already can exist without NFTs. And AI really felt like, in a lot of ways, a lot of the things we were seeing were kind of going that route, right? I saw and I kind of get why they did it, but I saw a clothes website where they replaced their search function with AI. And this was at a time where the tooling was just not very good. The site was awful. Thankfully, I could just, like, jump directly to pages through their, like, they're like a category system, like a lot of sites have, where it's like, oh, you want pants, you want shorts, you want different various materials. So I could avoid the problem. But now it seems like what is happening is a lot of that stuff has been pulled back, as I think some of that, like, really overzealous funding has been, like, maybe not drying up, but moving into other things. So now you're seeing a lot more, hey, how does it integrate into our developer workflow? And I'm seeing a lot less of the, what if we just replace our entire developer workflow with AI? What if we, like, augment what the developers are doing? There's a lot more of that. You're seeing some of the, I guess what people have been calling token maxing recently, where there's been a change with how notably GitHub has been pricing their AI, where now it is not based off of, like, just a strict monthly usage or a strict monthly sale. Now it is based off of token usage. So you're having a lot of people who were kind of spending, like, a few dollars a month, now burning through that within like a couple of hours to a couple of days. And now it's like, oh, if you want to go even further, you got to pay for the top tier. Even then, a lot of people that have been like heavily using this tooling have been just melting through the top tier. So much so that like there is this sort of like meme going around of like agentic loops, right? A lot of the AI companies are, I think they're kind of worried about where things go because they have lived off of this like heavily subsidized model for pretty much the entire existence of their companies now, where like isn't it something like OpenAI what's the word? I'm fucking blanking on words. Profitability, that's the one. Profitability. There was a chart I saw the other day where it's like the cost that they've sunk into the company is like 10x the like maybe in like 100x the revenue they've brought in. I can't find the graph right now, but like you've all seen this before where like a lot of these AI companies just are not making money. And there comes a point where the birds come home to roost. The chickens come home to roost, where eventually that investor money, that investor fervor, eventually has to dry up, and somebody asks the question, when am I going to get a return on my money? And I think that's partially what we are seeing now with the rising in token costing, where I think some of the companies are finally starting to realize that this doesn't go on forever, right? It might feel like it's going on forever, but eventually the money dries out. What am I even saying? The money dries out, and somebody has to go and pay things back. Now, there's been a lot of money burned, and there's still a lot of money to burn, but I think at the very least, we are starting to see a downturn. And that's kind of why you're seeing this like agentic loop meme. The idea is, oh, rather than just like prompting your AI, just have your AI prompt your AI, which prompt your AI, which prompt your AI. And like, I get it. Like, if you're an AI company and you want people to be like fully ingrained in your ecosystem, you don't want them to have any ability to escape, I get why you'd be pushing that. But at the end of the day, what it is doing is just burning through money. There's an article I saw, I think it came like a day or two ago. The end of token maxing could derail the AI rally, says Wells Fargo Osun Kwon. I assume this is some investor dude. Oh, that's not even an article. It's a link to a video. Okay, whatever. I didn't check the article properly. It was just an example of what I was talking about. But you're seeing this like push for like, don't develop anything, generate as much as possible, in kind of like this death throw, this like death rattle of what this tech is.